Hello and welcome to our presentation about the North Park Public Library. This is a story about a vibrant and much-loved cultural touchstone and gathering place in an Alberta community. It's a story about a predicament that many small towns and small-town libraries would like to be in. North Park came to be when Cominco Mines and the Canadian Pacific Railway established their organizations in the area. Natural resources are what North Park was known for. Mining and forestry built this vibrant and busy town. However, the closure of the mine and a slowdown in the forestry industry resulted in North Park developing an alternative revenue source: tourism.
North Park as a tourist destination has been a reliable revenue source for the town to the extent that it has gained resort status. North Park has worked to develop a thriving downtown core that includes popular arts, culture, and recreational facilities. In the downtown core, there are numerous shops, restaurants, and cafes. Additionally, North Park Public Library is a key player in bringing vibrancy to the downtown core. The library staff work hard to include the public library in local events. Residents and tourists alike spend significant time in the library, either using the collection or participating in library programs.
North Park Public Library's current service population sits at 11,000 users. The service population is inclusive of permanent, non-permanent, and surrounding area residents. Circulation averages are approximately 30,000 items per year. Current statistics are showing that the circulation average for 2015 has already increased from last year's stats. Additionally, there is an increased demand for more and a wider variety of collection materials.
Several key members of the Public Library and North Park Town Council recently studied municipal planning reports and growth statistics to determine North Park's projected growth over the next 20 years. The table shows the past, present, and future projected population of North Park. The data suggests North Park can expect 20% population growth in the next 5 years, as the trend of young families moving from cities to smaller communities continues. There will also be an expected 18% increase in tourist swell.
North Park Public Library has been paying attention to how quickly the community is growing and is committed to providing its residents and visitors with the best services and programs. It became apparent that it was necessary to collect data and find out if a bigger library was needed. Survey and focus groups were conducted. We heard from everyone in the community: residents, town employees, other businesses, and community groups, and their answer was a resounding yes. The main concerns heard in the focus groups were: more space was needed for all user groups. Kids, adults, and teens all deserve their own space to enjoy the library. More space was needed for community groups to use at the library. More space for a bigger and better library collection. And more space for NPPL to provide community support to local artists and for events in the form of an art gallery and exhibition room. To address community needs, a larger library facility is required with three main characteristics: functional area relationships, sustainability, an area of high importance to NPPL, and fixtures and equipment, which includes a variety of areas in relation to sustainability and choosing fixtures and equipment that's best suited for NPPL's new home. Standards for the Alberta Regional Library System outlines that the standard facility size is based on population size. The current square footage of NPPL is 4,300 square feet, and current census figures are suggesting that North Park's population is going to grow to 19,699 residents. In order for NPPL to provide excellent library services to a population of 20,000, the facility should be 19,000 square feet. To prepare for the vast growth of the North Park community, the new facility will need to be approximately 21,995 square feet.
We will now go into more detail about sustainability. North Park Public Library is interested in improving and aligning its environmental practices with the town's Environmental Sustainability Action Plan, and would do this via the new building construction and long-term operation plan for the library, with the hope of attaining LEED certification. All materials selected for this facility should be low impact. Steel, concrete, carpet tiles, ceiling tiles, and drainage cells should contain significant amounts of post-consumer or post-industrial recycled content. Additional sustainable goals this new facility will include are energy management, where renewable energy methods will be explored along with energy efficient equipment and materials to be installed to minimize costs, indoor environmental quality, This will be facilitated through quality ventilation and outside air circulation systems. Next is water management. This will include water efficiencies and conservation incorporated to maximize use of water collected, purified, and reused on site. The final sustainable goal is occupant amenities, which will be system control strategies being installed, including independent lighting controls, daylight sensors, and motion sensors.
North Park Public Library is focused on creating a fantastic, inviting space, and when dealing with furniture, fixtures, and equipment, the plan is to meet 4 main objectives. The style of shelving that's chosen for NPPL must be specific to the collection that it holds and follow AR/LS standards. Furniture should be modern, durable, and incorporate classic design elements to eliminate furniture replacement for 3 to 5 years. It should balance out rustic components of the building's design characteristics, which will incorporate stone, metal, concrete, and timber elements and reflect the mountain and outdoor architecture of North Park. Fixtures must comply with Canadian standards and codes, be eco-friendly, energy efficient, durable, and reduce the library's environmental footprint. Wiring will include fiber cabling and other cellular and wireless components that allow for future technological demands and changes. There should be at least 1 electrical outlet for every public seat in the building. Windows will be double-paned, triple glazed glass with tinting to reduce light damage to collection and furnishings. Most windows will be non-operable. A limited number will be hinged operable and allow for fresh air flow. All windows will require blinds, preferably roller shades. Lighting will be cost and energy efficient. Pendant fixtures for ceiling lighting, built-in lighting for shelving, task lighting in study areas. Flooring and acoustic fixtures must be ecologically friendly, durable, and successfully reduce noise issues. The flooring is going to be a combination of polished concrete and carpet tiles. The carpet content should be 30% recycled material and have quality underlay to reduce noise. Acoustical ceiling tiles will have a high NRC rating and include closure components to ensure limited sound leakage through vents, lighting fixtures, and other utility fixtures. There are 3 construction scenarios up for consideration. Renovate the current building, retrofit an existing building, or build a brand new building that will be the official central library for North Park.
Option 1 is to maintain library operations in the old post office and simply renovate the space and add additional required square footage to the current building. Main issue with this plan is the current building is over 50 years old and has numerous structural issues. Cost savings would be minimal due to the need to do significant upgrades to the building in order to meet LEED standards. The second option would be to retrofit an existing building. Early discussions with town administration responsible for property and buildings have identified the building formerly owned by the mining firm Anderson & Sons Co. as a potential new home for the library. The building square footage is approximately 16,000 square feet. The main issue, though, is that the building was constructed in the 1970s and vacated in 1999. A professional evaluation of this building would be necessary to determine its structural state and if it's worth renovating. The final option is to build a new facility. A new building would allow for energy efficient equipment, wiring, and fixtures to be installed and to address space issues. Currently, there are 2 locations in town that would allow for the square footage needed. The first location has enough space for the building, parking, and to add a recycling area adjacent to the building. The second location has enough space for the building, parking, recycling, and some green space for library users to enjoy. Both locations would help breathe new life into North Park Public Library programs and services and create a cultural center point for the town as well.
Options 2 and 3 are the most preferable of the 3 that we have listed. For option 2, again, this building would need to be evaluated and inspected for structural suitability before a final decision is made. NPPL is very supportive of the construction of a new facility, though, that would need limited maintenance, would be energy efficient, and provide the space needed in this growing community. Either scenario will offer a new start and a very promising future for NPPL.
created using Powtoon.